was a great inaugural season for the young team that we have. We have a lot of young players. We have almost everyone in grade 9 and 10, so it's nice to see all the talent at that young age, and thinking forward, moving forward, it's going to be a pretty good team.
What was your favorite part of the season?
Again, watching all the young players come out, we have a lot of really talented grade 9s and 10s, and I'm looking forward to future years when we can take all that talent and mold it into something successful.
Seeing we're not done yet, we hope we win CAA's on Tuesday, which is 2 days after this.
And we grew a lot in this week was way better than the first couple of weeks. Like this week we performed well. The bats came alive. Yeah, it's good to see.
We had a rebuilding year this year, so we started 6 or 7 grade 9s and 10s, so we knew that it was going to be a struggle playing varsity against older kids, but the guys really dedicated themselves, and we kind of did better than we had initially expected.
What is one thing you want your players to take away from this season?
I think the fact that they have the skill and the ability to succeed, and they can play with anybody at any time. So we know that the next 2 or 3 years, it will be our school that is the one that's on top.
What is the most difficult part of the season?
Again, it's a shortened season, so getting everything done in 3 weeks, you don't really have a lot of time to work on coaching or developing fundamentals, so you have to have these guys ready to go, and then we just have to put the right lineups together at the right time.
What is your favorite part of the season?
The weather. No, I think it's just the guys and the way that they all really kind of work as a family, and they love the sport of baseball, so they just want to improve and they want to succeed.
Is there any final words for the senior players?
We're going to miss the senior guys. We had a lot of good leadership. We didn't have many senior guys, but between Dan and Ashton and Sean, they were the ones that led by example, and I mean, their play on the field just showed that when you're older, the maturity really helps in a varsity sport.
In your personal opinion, how did the season go?
Utter domination. Next question.
What is the one thing you want your players to take away from the season?
Everybody was fairly new this year, so we only had 6 returning players. So hopefully something sparked in them that they find rugby fun and enjoyable, and winning is always good too.
What was the most difficult part of the season?
We haven't really had a
numbers like practices, right?
Yeah, definitely. Conflict of schedules in terms of training, but they come out, they do their best, we do our best with numbers, and we pull out some big wins this year, so hard to complain.
What was your favorite part of the season?
Well, it's
yet to be determined, right?
Yet to be determined. It's about to happen, and hopefully Monday we can bring home a championship.
Is there any final words for the grade 10s moving into senior sports?
Yeah, nose to the grindstone. Just keep coming out, being involved, enjoying your high school experience.
It went really well. We're GP finalists, whoop, whoop, right? We're going to OFSA. We're super excited. It's the first time girls have gone to OFSA. They learned a lot from Mr. Baker, and the girls begged us to coach. So we
well, they begged you to coach.
Well, they begged me to coach,
you begged me to coach.
And then I begged Mr. Ross to coach because I needed some help. So yeah, we're super excited that the girls finally get a chance to go because a lot of them are newer last year.
It was very different for me personally because I haven't coached rugby for a few years, and I've only coached boys sports, so it was a bit of a learning curve for me, but it was still rugby, and it still was very enjoyable to coach, and yeah, other than it's a different kind of game than what I've coached before, it was a bit of a learning curve, but I enjoyed it a lot.
What is your favorite part of the season?
Winning
Probably
GBs.
winning GBs. The offs will be exciting
Yeah.
this coming week. So hopefully that will be maybe that will trump the GBs. But for now, it's the GB win.
Is there any final words for the senior players?
Hopefully they continue playing rugby after high school, maybe in college or university, or maybe playing like an adult flag league or something. Let's see.
Just stay active.
Yeah.
Stay active.
Doing something.
The senior boys rugby team, really well. We were doing great. We had to cancel, unfortunately, because our guys got a lot of injuries. Some freaky stuff happened, and we just didn't have the numbers to finish off, unfortunately. Certainly not anything the boys did. They were all heart and soul, but we just didn't have the numbers to finish. Unfortunately, too, we were in a loop with all the AAA schools. So being a AA school and having to go against the big boys and just resulted in lots of injuries, but full value for the boys for having the courage to keep going against those big schools. Would have liked to finish with them, but we just couldn't. And I would say that sometimes things like this happen.
Top-notch character.
Yeah, character builders, right? They dealt with it, and they dealt with it like young men, which is awesome. You know what? It's like everything else. It's going out there and practicing with the guys and having that time to ourselves to kind of develop them as players and individuals, right? Rugby's a sport for lions, not lambs. So it's tough to get guys to come out because it is hard. You're exposed against a lot of hard stuff, but these guys that come out and dedicate their time is very much appreciated.
Is there any final words for the senior players?
Just keep doing what you're doing, right?
We had a pretty strong season once again. I think we were the SCAA champions again this year, and I think we have been for the last 3 or 4 years. I think we finished with a record of 3-2-1, which is slightly better than how the boys did this year. We had a lot of younger players this year that kind of came out consistently, put in consistent effort, and again, moving forward, as long as we keep that sort of routine, we should be in good shape. We took a pretty significant loss to Holy Trinity in the GB semifinals, which again, we've done that in the last 3 years as well. They're always a fairly strong team, but it's always tough when you lose in big games. Good luck next year if you go on to college or university. Have fun playing any sort of either intramural or varsity sports. And I hope the grade 11s come out next year, and hopefully we continue the same routine of going to the GB semifinals. So
I will miss you.